gaps and holes, he's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 55 to mine.
Hey, Alpha.
55 to mine. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, check right. Flag. Watching you five.
Check pass.
Now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 2 minutes remaining. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go, go, go.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Set! 19!
All day, dog. Single, single. Motion, motion. Watch in. Watch in.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson steps away. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
Here's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
It has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming down to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo wants to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Check. Bomber. I got you. 21.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Garoppolo on first down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Open man is born. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
21. 21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is send this one away.
Let's go.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Coleman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch the ship.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's complete to Fuller. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll look to throw on the move to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They will indeed snap it to Watson, escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on fourth down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Here we go. 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.